Hi Pierre, how are you?
Merci bien, dankjewel. Martin?
I see that you speak many languages. Can we keep it in English this time?
No problem. In English, Martin.
Okay, excellent. So Pierre, you are actually a Belgian citizen, living more than half of your life in Czech Republic. Can you a little bit describe the story, how you ended up here?
I live almost 30 years in Czech Republic. So I arrived in the 90s, after the revolution, if I could say. And I noticed that there was a very low fish consumption. And I started to import fish.
So you saw some gap on the market.
There was a real gap that was existing because there was only carp and trout and frozen treska cod on the market with 60% of water and 40% of treska. And I had the idea to start with fresh seafood into Czech Republic and Central Europe.
If you compare the consumption per head, how would you actually see the difference between West Europe and Czech Republic or Central Europe?
At that time, I would say the statistics I have in '95 was that the fish consumption in Czech Republic, Slovak, was about even not 1 kilo per inhabitant, mainly during the Christmas season. Compared to Belgium, that was already over 20 kilo, or France or Italy or Spain. And today, I can say that in Czech Republic, we're reaching over the 9 kilo per person per year of fresh fish.
And Belgium, France, for example?
We are reaching 20-22 kilo, the typical countries at the seaside like Italy, Spain, France and Belgium and England, of course.
So still a long way.
Long way, but already halfway, because I would say in 25 years, 30 years, we don't double. We had an increase of 10 to 15% a year. So from 1 to 9 in 30 years is quite a big step.
So Pierre, because you are a managing partner of HOPI Central European Fish Hub, we don't have access to the sea. How does it work actually that we have fresh fishes in this part of Europe?
Well, the most important part of the fish is the logistics, the transport. So today we have a perfect network that is unique, I would say, in Europe. We have fantastic partners specialized, competent in transport of ultra fresh, like the fish, fresh fish on ice. That is our partner in Spain, that is Olano, in France, Stef, and Netherlands, Belgium is the company Kotra, and in Greece, the company Medfrigo, that is part of an organization that is called Seafood Ways. We are responsible for Central Europe, so we receive the goods from all these sources,
yes,
and we distribute it over 7 to 8 countries into Central Europe.
Can you a little bit describe the activities actually, what you do? Or do you sell and buy the goods, or what is actually the activity?
No, we absolutely don't do that, Martin. We don't buy and sell.
Okay.
We are 100% service providers that are in contact with the supply, that means the suppliers of our clients, and our clients in Central Europe. So what we're doing is mainly transport. The goods are arriving in Prague, in HOPI Fish Hub. We are unloading the trucks, we're checking the merchandise, quality check. We do some value added, sometimes for some clients. That means filleting the fish, repacking the fish, re-icing the fish, gutting the fish, and labeling the fish, because a lot of supplier doesn't have the labels in the 7-8 different languages, so we are relabeling the boxes for our clients.
Can you a little bit describe what does it mean defrosting in this segment actually? Defrosting of the fish?
That is a good question, Martin. Defrosting, we also call it refreshing, is an absolute necessity because we can work with fresh fish, but there is a lot of seafood that is catched during certain seasons, several months, and during the other months they are not available. I mean, if somebody says in Czech Republic I have fresh shrimps, well, that I would say no. Shrimps are coming from all over the world. Shrimps are staying good only a few days, and then they're getting back. So shrimps are always defrosted. The same like octopus from Morocco. It's only a few months a year. They catch, they're frozen, and then defrosted. Sometimes it's really better than ship them over fresh.
And is it the same, for example, with the lobsters from Canada? Or
For some species, they are alive. We move them alive.
okay.
We move them by plane from Maine, from the States, from Canada and other destinations. They're landing in Frankfurt Airport or Rozynie in Czech Republic, in Prague, in boxes, protected, air-cooled. And we have vivariums, water, where we put the lobsters, and we have a stock here so that we can satisfy the market with a buffer stock with who we're playing with.
If we speak about the volume, can you a little bit say what is the average per week, what you handle with your team on the platform?
We can tell you that we are touching the 300 tons on weekly base of only fresh fish, mainly salmon. That is about 60% of the volumes. During the Christmas season, we doubled that, and the platform is today 2 years old. So our objective is even to double or triple that, due to the fact that we work with these 7 countries, and that the fish habits are still going on by 10 to 15% a year.
So there is still big potential for you, for the concept, that's clear, in this part of Europe?
Well, Martin,
yes?
the point is to teach people to eat healthy things and good things is not difficult. People are curious and they all know that fish is very healthy. So I'm sure that we're going to reach one day the 15 to 20 kilo like other European countries.
Without the carp?
Without, well, the carp still is going to be the habits,
yes,
because cultural habits are important. And I don't think that that will be finished during the big season of the carp, because it's a cultural event, the carp.
You mentioned lots of species. How many actually articles or let's say SKUs are passing this platform here in Prague?
To stay very modest, we can have every fish from all over the world on the platform because of our logistic network, because the flights from all over the world. We even have fish from Japan that are arriving here, fresh. I would say we are touching over the 200 to 300 species that we can get here. Now, if you ask me how many are common, I would say about 100.
Active right now?
Absolutely.
That's a big
Yes.
number.
But in the seafood in general, I would say with the oysters, with the mussels, with the vongole, with the shells, with everything, with the live animals, with all the kinds of shrimps. Yes, absolutely.
Sounds very interesting. Pierre, last year you activated or you launched a project called Prague Mussel Week, which was very popular, and let's say the customers appreciated from the restaurants. Can you a little bit say how it was developed, or what is the idea about that?
Well, the idea I had many years already in my head, and you need to know that the mussel is a wonderful product. It's not expensive, easy to cook, affordable for everybody. It's fresh, it's alive. So the idea was to say, well, why not to do something with that beautiful product, not far away, because it's 950 kilometers from here. It was Dutch mussels, very nice quality. And the idea was to say, look guys, it's an easy product, it doesn't cost a lot, it takes 5 minutes to cook, why to make a promotion? And that's what we did with restaurants, and it was a very successful promotion for the first year, because in 1 week we sold, the restaurants were selling about 20 tons in 1 week. So that was a very nice success. Yeah, very nice success. And we will do it again this year, perhaps limited. Because of the coronavirus, we had to start later. The market had suffered quite a lot, the HORECA market. But we are aiming for a new event for September.
Děkuji za rozhovor, bylo to super, Pierre.
Děkuji, Martin, hezký den.
Díky.